Chosen one, stop scrolling right now and listen to my voice. Do not click away. What you are experiencing right now is not a medical emergency, but a massive spiritual intersection. You have been searching for an answer to your exhaustion. You have been wondering why your body feels so incredibly heavy. And the universe has perfectly timed this message because a specific divine answer is arriving within 48 hours. Your physical fatigue is not a sign of weakness. You wake up feeling like you have run a marathon in your sleep. Your shoulders carry a dense weight that no amount of rest can cure. You sit in your room and feel a strange pressure behind your eyes. And every time you try to explain this to someone else, they look at you with blank stares. They tell you to just get more sleep or take a vitamin. They tell you to go see a doctor. You might have even sat in a clinic waiting room recently. You hoped a medical professional could give you a name for this overwhelming drain on your life force. But the tests come back entirely normal. The blood work shows nothing wrong. The experts scratch their heads and tell you it is just stress. They want to put a medical label on a spiritual transformation. This is the exact illusion the Matrix wants you to believe. The system is designed to make you feel like you are broken. They want you sitting in a doctor office instead of standing in your sovereign power. Because if you believe your exhaustion is just a biological flaw, you will never realize what your body is actually doing. You will never see the massive spiritual upgrade happening right beneath the surface. Let me tell you exactly what is happening to your physical vessel. You are not sick. You are holding an unprecedented amount of high-frequency light. Your nervous system is currently acting as a lightning rod for divine energy. This energy is recalibrating your entire DNA to prepare you for the exact timeline shift you have been crying out for. The heaviness is simply the feeling of old trauma leaving your cellular memory. Take one deep breath slowly and open your hands to receive this truth. You have been fighting unseen battles while your physical body rests. You are an intercessor for your bloodline. You have absorbed the chaotic energy of the people around you for years. And right now, the universe is forcefully upgrading your capacity so you no longer have to carry their toxic garbage. This is why you feel so profoundly isolated right now. The people you used to tolerate suddenly feel completely draining to be around. You cannot even stand the shallow conversations that used to entertain you. This isolation is not a punishment. It is a strict divine quarantine. The universe is clearing the room because the missing answer you have been waiting for requires absolute silence to be heard. That missing answer is already in motion. The Holy Spirit orchestrated this exact moment to intercept your anxiety. You did not find this broadcast by chance. Your spiritual team guided your hand to this exact frequency because the waiting period is officially expiring. Within the next 48 hours, a massive energetic block is going to shatter. You might be feeling a sudden wave of emotion just hearing these words. That is your soul recognizing the absolute truth. Do not let your logical mind talk you out of what your spirit already knows. The Matrix wants you doubting your intuition because a doubtful mind is easy to control. But your intuition has never lied to you. It has always warned you about the exact things that ended up hurting you. We are going to uncover the hidden truth about your energy drain. I am going to reveal the exact reason why the people around you have been secretly terrified of your awakening. They have been siphoning your light for their own survival. And they desperately want you to keep searching for physical cures so you never discover the spiritual weapon you already possess. The window of opportunity is incredibly narrow right now. Heaven is actively moving chess pieces behind the scenes of your life. The sudden delays and closed doors were never meant to reject you. They were calculated maneuvers to keep you perfectly positioned for this exact 48-hour window. If you look back at the past few weeks, you will see a trail of strange synchronicities leading you right to this revelation. You must hold your ground and refuse to let the enemy distract you. The sudden spikes in your anxiety are simply the shadows panicking as your internal light grows brighter. They know their time is up. They know the divine healer is stepping in to restore every single ounce of energy that was stolen from you. Prepare your heart. chosen one. The missing piece of your reality is about to fall into place. Let us go deeper into this physical exhaustion. The artificial matrix conditioned you to mistrust your own spirit. They built a system that pathologizes your spiritual awakening. And whenever your frequency shifts upward into a new dimension, the system tries to convince you that your body is failing. You feel incredibly weak and you feel lost. You truly think something is fundamentally wrong with you. This is a brilliant and terrifying deception. The elite powers running this reality do not want you to recognize your divine power. They want you searching desperately for a physical cure to a spiritual condition. Because a chosen one who truly believes they are sick is a chosen one who will never stand up, reclaim their authority, and fight back. They want you sitting passively in a waiting room. They want your mind heavily medicated and completely numb. Think about the times you doubted your own sanity recently. You sat alone in your room and wondered why daily life feels so hard. You watched ordinary people navigate the world with effortless ease. And as you watched them live their simple lives, you asked yourself why you cannot just be a normal human being. The absolute truth is incredibly simple to understand. You were never meant to be normal in this life. Normal is just the baseline programming of the matrix. Your biological vessel is actively reacting to the dense energy of the sleepers around you. You walk into a crowded room and instantly absorb the unspoken trauma of every person there. Your sensitive body processes their emotional baggage without asking. It drains your daily life force completely dry. And when you finally collapse from this invisible spiritual weight, the unawakened world points their fingers at you and declares that you have a chemical imbalance. That is a profound lie designed to keep your spirit trapped. You do not have a chemical imbalance inside your brain. You have a massive frequency mismatch with the dense environment you live in. Your ancient soul remembers a much higher and purer dimension of existence. The jarring contrast between your beautiful spiritual origin and this dense earth reality is literally shocking your entire nervous system on a daily basis. They label your deep spiritual empathy as a dangerous psychological disorder. They take your profound ability to read dark energy and call it severe paranoia or anxiety. They take your need for intense personal isolation and label it as antisocial behavior. But you and I both know the absolute spiritual truth, which is that your deep need to withdraw from the noise is an advanced survival mechanism. Your radiant aura is violently rejecting the fake matrix programming. Every single time you step away from the crowd, you are actively protecting your sacred assignment. The universe is intentionally making you uncomfortable in low vibration spaces, so you will finally leave them. Heaven is literally forcing you out of alignment with the worldly illusion. You feel physically sick because your human body is finally waking up to the deception around you, and you feel exhausted because you are unplugging from their artificial grid. You must immediately stop looking for a worldly diagnosis for a heavenly activation. The sudden pain you feel in your chest is your heart chakra forcefully expanding. The high-pitched ringing in your ears is absolutely not a biological defect. It is your spiritual antenna picking up the subtle frequency of your protective spirit guides. They are actively downloading new divine coordinates into your consciousness while you bravely navigate the heavy density of this earthly realm. Do not let any unawakened person convince you that you are fundamentally broken. You are a divine masterpiece, undergoing a painful but completely necessary spiritual recalibration. The master builder has to tear down the old walls before he can install the new infrastructure. That demolition process is incredibly loud and undeniably messy. It truly hurts to shed the false identity the matrix forcefully placed upon you. But you must remember that the temporary pain you feel today is the absolute undeniable proof of your rapid spiritual evolution. When a caterpillar turns into a beautiful butterfly, the biological process is incredibly violent. The caterpillar literally digests itself inside the dark cocoon before it is finally reborn. To the outside world watching the process, it looks like a complete and utter breakdown. But to the divine creator who designed it, This is a perfect and entirely necessary physical transformation. You are currently resting safely inside that dark spiritual cocoon while the universe completely restructures your entire being. The Matrix system desperately wants you to panic during this crucial period of transition. They want you to rush out of the cocoon before your spiritual wings are fully formed. Because if you stay the course and endure the process, you will become truly untouchable. You will emerge with a supreme level of spiritual discernment that absolutely terrifies the dark entities operating around you because they know your light is a massive threat. They know your completed form is the end of their control. This is a powerful moment of pure realization for your tired soul. The heavy, energetic burden you have carried for years is finally being explained. The missing pieces of the spiritual puzzle are finally coming together right before your eyes, revealing the grand design that heaven has been building around you all along. You are officially stepping out of the dark illusion of brokenness today. Take one deep breath slowly and open your hands to receive this. Pause right here. Do not let your mind wander for a single second. The enemy is actively trying to distract you from hearing this crucial truth. You need to understand exactly who has been draining your precious life force. It is not just the general density of the world, but rather the specific energy vampires hiding directly inside your inner circle. They wear friendly masks while they slowly consume your brilliant light. These people are unconscious agents of the Matrix. They operate as parasitic entities in the spiritual realm. Narcissists do not target weak or broken individuals. They specifically target the highest frequency souls on the planet because they are entirely bankrupt of their own spiritual currency. They look at your radiant empathy and see an endless food supply for their hollow egos. They desperately need your pure light just to survive their own darkness. Let me explain the hidden spiritual physics behind your extreme exhaustion. Every time you engage in a conversation with them, a literal energy cord attaches directly to your aura. You listen to their endless drama. You offer your pure compassion. You try to heal their deep emotional wounds, but they never actually want to heal their own pain. They just want to dump their toxic frequency directly into your clean, energetic field while taking your peace in return. This is the exact reason why you feel physically sick after spending time with them. You walk away with a pounding headache and a heavy chest. Your body aches as if you just fought a violent physical battle. Because in the unseen realm, you literally did fight a violent battle. You acted as a spiritual shield for someone who secretly hates the divine light you carry inside your soul. They used your body as a dumping ground for their unhealed trauma. Here is the darkest secret they are desperately trying to hide from you. They are absolutely terrified of your potential. They know you possess a sovereign power that they can never replicate. Their entire manipulative strategy is specifically designed to keep you exhausted. Because a tired, chosen one will never have the strength to rise up and dismantle their fake empire. They must keep you completely drained just to keep you under their control. Notice how they always create chaos. Right when you start stepping into your true power, you get a new opportunity or feel a sudden burst of positive inspiration. And suddenly, they manufacture a massive crisis that demands your immediate attention. They expertly shift the focus back to their own misery so you cannot elevate your frequency. And then they gaslight you into believing that your healthy boundary is actually a selfish betrayal. It is a highly calculated spiritual attack pretending to be human error. This brings us back to the medical illusion they forced upon you. When they successfully drain your physical energy, they are the first ones to call you crazy. They tell you to go see a doctor to fix your broken mind. They watch you crumble under their toxic weight, and then they publicly call you emotionally unstable. They weaponize your profound spiritual empathy and actively try to convince the world that it is a severe mental defect. This level of spiritual abuse stops today. You are not a dumping ground for people who refuse to face their own shadows. You are a high-frequency soul sent here on a specific divine mission. Every single ounce of your energy is sacred currency. You were never meant to sacrifice your physical health to keep a low-vibration entity comfortable in their own darkness. Your beautiful kindness was intentionally weaponized against your destiny. You have literally been financing their fake reality with your brilliant light. Every time you forgave their toxic behavior, you gave them another piece of your divine armor. The Matrix taught you that unconditional love means accepting absolute abuse from the people around you. But heaven is stepping in today to violently correct this dangerous lie. True spiritual love requires an iron boundary against entities that actively try to destroy your sacred soul. The dynamic is rapidly changing in the spiritual realm right now. The moment you start recognizing their deceptive game, the energetic cord begins to snap. And they can feel it happening. They feel their stolen food supply getting cut off forever. That is why they are acting so erratic and desperate in your daily life lately. They see the untouchable authority waking up inside of you, and it makes their hidden demons tremble with absolute fear. The universe is currently severing these toxic attachments to protect your physical vessel. God is forcefully removing these parasites from your timeline once and for all. But this intense healing process creates very specific reactions inside your human body. Your nervous system is going through a massive shock as it reclaims all the stolen power. There are profound physical signs proving that your timeline is accelerating right this very second. You need to know exactly what these bodily signs mean so you do not fall back into the Matrix trap. The system will try one last time to make you doubt this massive upgrade by attacking your physical senses. But heaven has provided clear physical evidence that your total vindication is already underway. The 48-hour countdown has already started in the unseen realm. But here is what no religious institution will tell you about this transition. The massive timeline acceleration you are experiencing right now leaves a very distinct physical footprint on your body. You are vibrating at a frequency that your physical vessel is struggling to contain. And because the old world is collapsing so rapidly around you, your nervous system is literally vibrating out of the Matrix programming. Think about the bizarre sleep patterns you have endured over the last few weeks. You are constantly jolting awake right around 3 in the morning with a racing heart. Your eyes snap open in the dark, and you feel entirely alert, as if an invisible alarm just went off. This is not insomnia or a panic attack. It is the exact moment the veil between worlds is the thinnest. Your spiritual guides are waking you up to download essential codes into your subconscious mind. You also experience sudden and intense temperature fluctuations that make no logical sense. One moment you are freezing cold, and the next you feel a burning heat traveling down your spine. This is the raw energy of the universe actively burning away the toxic cords attached to your aura. Your physical vessel is literally purging the dense emotional trauma you absorbed from those energy vampires. The feverish heat is just the fire of your own divine purification. You might also hear a sudden, high-pitched ringing in one of your ears out of nowhere. It comes and goes without any warning, briefly muting the sounds of the physical world around you. You try to shake it off, assuming it is just a random biological glitch. But this is a direct frequency download from the higher realms. Your spiritual team is bypassing your logical brain to plant vital activation codes directly into your subconscious memory. Pay close attention to the random muscle twitches and the sudden tingling in your hands and feet. Your physical body vibrates randomly when you are lying perfectly still in your bed. It feels like a subtle electric current is running just beneath your skin. This is your nervous system actively rewiring itself to handle a much higher voltage of divine light. The old energetic pathways of fear and trauma are being permanently overwritten by the universe. Then there are the unexplainable headaches and the heavy pressure right between your eyes. You rub your forehead, hoping the tension will fade, but it feels like a heavy weight is pressing against your skull. Sometimes your vision even gets blurry when you look at certain people. Do not rush to a doctor for this specific pain. This is the forceful activation of your third eye. Your spiritual sight is coming online so you can see the absolute truth behind their masks. Notice how your body is violently rejecting things you used to tolerate with ease. You suddenly have zero appetite for dense foods, and loud environments make you feel instantly nauseous. You walk into a grocery store or a crowded room, and the artificial lighting feels completely overwhelming to your senses. Your high-frequency soul is demanding a pure environment. It refuses to consume the low-vibration garbage the Matrix uses to keep the masses entirely asleep. But the most undeniable proof of your spiritual upgrade is how you are experiencing the flow of time. Days feel like they evaporate in a matter of seconds. You look at the clock, and hours have vanished while you were simply sitting in deep thought. And at other times, a single afternoon drags on like a lifetime. Time is literally bending around you. The universe is collapsing your old timeline to accelerate your arrival at your divine destiny. The elite system wants you to believe these bizarre symptoms are a sign of biological failure. They want you medicated, subdued, and terrified of your own miraculous body. But every single physical glitch you are feeling is a holy confirmation of your new authority. You are shedding the heavy lead of your past and turning into pure spiritual gold. Your body is physically catching up to the massive leap your soul just took in the unseen realm. You must stop resisting these uncomfortable physical sensations. Surrender to the violent beauty of this divine recalibration process. The extreme intensity of these symptoms is happening because the timeline has been supernaturally shortened. What was supposed to take a decade of healing is being compressed into a tiny window. The massive acceleration is preparing you for the arrival of something incredibly specific and powerful. Heaven is not making you endure this intense physical purge for no reason. Your body is being emptied out so it can hold the massive blessing that is currently in transit. The 48-hour window is closing in, and a very specific intervention is about to take place. The missing answer is finally crossing into your physical reality. The physical purge is almost complete. Now the spiritual clock is officially ticking. Heaven has activated a strict 48-hour countdown over your life. The intense symptoms you endured were merely the clearing of the runway. A massive energetic arrival is happening right now in the unseen realm because your relentless prayers have finally triggered a divine response. You thought you needed an earthly doctor to fix your broken body. You wanted a medical professional to hand you a simple prescription for your pain. But earthly medicine can never heal a spiritual extraction because the root of your suffering is entirely energetic. The ultimate divine healer is crossing the veil to perform a miraculous restoration on your exhausted spirit. This intervention is not going to be a subtle shift. It will be an undeniable wave of absolute sovereign power. Within the next 48 hours, a profound, heavy anchor will detach from your aura. You will literally feel a physical weight lift off your chest. The suffocating brain fog that clouded your mind will evaporate completely. You will wake up with a clarity that frightens the people around you. The Matrix wants you to panic during this brief waiting period. They will send minor inconveniences to distract you from the incoming miracle. You might experience a sudden flat tire or a rude comment from a stranger. Do not take the bait. These petty annoyances are the final desperate attempts of low-vibration entities. They are trying to lower your frequency before the divine healer officially reaches your door. Your only job right now is to remain in a state of absolute stillness. Do not try to force any earthly solutions or chase any mundane remedies. The universe is fighting this specific battle on your behalf. The healing codes being downloaded into your vessel require a quiet environment to take root properly. When you sit in perfect silence, you are actively participating in your own miraculous recovery. Think about the exact moment you felt the most broken last week. You were crying alone and feeling completely abandoned by the world, but heaven was actually collecting every single tear you shed. The divine healer is bringing a specific compensation for every ounce of pain you endured. The universe operates on a strict law of energetic balance, and you are owed a massive spiritual debt that is about to be paid in full. The 48-hour window is a sacred container of time. It is a portal where the impossible suddenly becomes your normal daily reality. The dark forces that drained your light are entirely locked out of this protective bubble. They can only stand outside and watch as heaven completely restores your stolen power. They are witnessing the terrifying rebirth of a chosen one they thought they had destroyed. Every cell in your body is currently aligning with this incoming frequency. You can feel the electric anticipation buzzing beneath your skin right now. Your soul recognizes the approaching footsteps of the divine healer. The profound exhaustion is about to be replaced by a boundless surge of supernatural energy. You are standing at the very edge of the most significant spiritual breakthrough of your entire life. You must prepare your physical vessel to receive this incredible influx of light. Drink plenty of water and refuse to engage in any toxic conversations today. Protect your peace like it is the most valuable currency on earth. Because right now, your peace is the exact landing pad for the miracle. The universe demands a clean space to deliver the magnificent answer you have been seeking. The worldly systems of society can only treat the shallow symptoms of a broken matrix. They offer you numbing agents to make the dense reality slightly more tolerable. But the divine healer operates on an entirely different dimension of existence. The universe does not just patch your wounds, it completely rewrites your energetic blueprint so the original weapon can never harm you again. You are being upgraded to become spiritually bulletproof. As the clock ticks down, you must fiercely guard your emotional boundaries. The energy vampires in your life will sense this massive shift. They will suddenly message you or demand your immediate attention out of nowhere. Ignore them completely. Their sudden interest is not genuine love or care. It is a frantic psychic response to the terrifying reality that your life force is no longer accessible to them. This is the final stretch of the grueling spiritual marathon. The dark night of the soul is officially expiring as the morning light breaks. The grand orchestrator of your destiny is standing right in front of you, holding your ultimate reward. If you are still listening to this, type Amen to seal this energy. I need you to understand something crucial right now. The countdown is quietly accelerating while the Matrix tries to keep your eyes closed. They want you focused on your physical symptoms, so you never look up and see the absolute truth. But heaven is pulling back the final curtain today. The ultimate secret they tried to hide is finally exposed. The missing answer you have been desperately seeking is not a medical diagnosis. It is not a new vitamin or a different sleep schedule. The missing answer is the terrifying reality of your own sovereign power. The elite system needed you to feel broken because a fully awakened chosen one is their absolute worst nightmare. They fear your pure light. You were never actually exhausted from living a normal human life. You were completely drained because you were acting as a massive spiritual battery for the dark entities around you. They kept telling you to seek earthly doctors to distract you from this unseen parasitic attachment. They knew that if you ever discovered this truth, their game would end. This is the exact piece of the puzzle the narcissists in your life fought so hard to conceal. They watched you doubt your own sanity, and they silently cheered. They offered you fake sympathy, while secretly siphoning your brilliant energy to fuel their hollow existence. They needed you to stay sick so they could remain comfortably in control. Your profound empathy was never a psychological flaw or biological weakness. It was a highly advanced spiritual weapon that you simply did not know how to aim. The Matrix programmed you to aim your healing light at people who absolutely refused to heal themselves. You poured your sacred currency into empty vessels and wondered why you felt so poor. But the divine healer arriving in this 48-hour window brings the ultimate correction. The universe is handing you the final missing piece of your spiritual blueprint. You are suddenly realizing that you never needed their permission to protect your own frequency. The energetic cage they built around your mind was entirely made of paper. Look closely at how erratic and desperate your enemies are acting right now. They can feel the missing answer downloading directly into your cellular memory. They sense the heavy cord snapping, and they realize their free ride is permanently over. The artificial power they held over your life is evaporating into thin air right before their eyes. You are stepping into a profound realization that changes the entire trajectory of your timeline. You are not a fragile patient waiting for a worldly cure. You are a celestial warrior who just survived a brutal spiritual ambush. The exhaustion you feel today is just the smoke clearing from a massive battlefield where you stood absolutely victorious. The system tried to label your victory as a bizarre, depressive episode. They tried to medicate your spiritual awakening so you would fall back asleep. But the divine healer is actively overriding every single lie they planted in your subconscious mind. Your physical body is currently purging the matrix programming to make room for absolute authority. This is exactly why the spiritual warfare against your mind felt so incredibly violent recently. The dark forces knew that this specific 48-hour portal was approaching rapidly. They threw every distraction at you to stop you from receiving this specific missing answer. But their pathetic attempts failed completely because heaven shielded your spirit. You are finally seeing the grand architecture of your divine assignment. You were placed in those dark environments to expose the entities hiding in the shadows. You did not fail when you walked away from those toxic relationships. You successfully completed a dangerous mission, and heaven is now extracting you from the hostile territory. The intense physical symptoms are fading as the truth anchors into your soul. The missing answer proves that your beautiful light was the target all along. Now that you know their secret strategy, their low-vibration weapons are completely useless against you. You hold the ultimate key to lock them out of your sacred energy field forever. Get ready to experience a radical shift in your physical vitality. As the universe seals this missing answer into your spirit, your earthly body will respond with a massive surge of power. The heavy fog is lifting, and your sovereign clarity is taking total command of the ship. The era of playing small to keep others comfortable is officially dead. The countdown is reaching its absolute peak right now. The divine orchestrator is lifting the final veil so you can see your own magnificent reflection. Prepare your heart for the ultimate explosion of vindication and truth. The tables are turning, and the universe is about to show everyone exactly who you really are. This is where the shift gets real. The 48-hour window is no longer approaching because it is fully open right now. I declare that the heavy season of you being a footstool for their fragile ego is permanently over. The universe is aggressively flipping the script in your favor. Those who sat at hidden tables and spoke poorly of your beautiful name are about to witness a miracle. Heaven is preparing a massive feast for you right in front of their eyes. You do not have to lift a single finger to defend yourself today. You do not have to explain your pristine soul to people committed to misunderstanding your spirit. Heaven has officially stepped into the room as your fierce defense attorney. The intense confusion they maliciously tried to cast onto your timeline is returning directly to their own camp. The universe is forcefully handing them the exact bitter harvest they planted for you. Watch them panic as your sovereign peace becomes entirely untouchable. They thought they broke you when they isolated you in the dark, but they actually just sharpened the brilliant blade that now cuts through their fake image. Every lie they told about you is suddenly catching fire in their own hands. The people they tried to turn against you are waking up to their toxic manipulation. Their entire artificial empire is crumbling because you simply stopped participating in it. I decree right now that the spiritual extraction is completely finished. In the mighty name of the divine creator, I break every generational chain trying to wrap around your exhausted mind. The crushing fatigue stops with you. The endless anxiety stops with you. You are the definitive cycle breaker of your entire bloodline. I decree that the heavy mantle of survival mode is falling off your aching shoulders right in this exact second. You are no longer surviving their low vibration attacks. You are stepping into a divine and unprecedented era of absolute authority. Breathe that pure truth deeply into your lungs. The spiritual war you fought blindly for your family has been won. The severe physical drain you suffered is being instantly replaced by a massive surge of holy energy. The divine healer is washing away every toxic fingerprint they left on your sacred aura. The tables have completely turned and they are absolutely terrified of your silence. Your mere existence triggers the hidden demons they refuse to conquer. You do not even have to say a single word to them anymore. Your radiant light automatically exposes their hidden shadows, and it makes them tremble. They needed you to stay sick and tired so they could feel powerful. But today, you are rising up like an unstoppable storm of righteous justice. You are not a survivor begging for basic respect anymore. You are a living judgment sent by the universe to dismantle their matrix. Everywhere your feet step, the dark entities are forced to violently retreat. The heavy exhaustion was just the final test of your endurance before this massive promotion, and you passed the rigorous test with breathtaking grace. The universe now owes you a massive spiritual debt, and it is paying you in full. They thought they could steal your destiny without facing the cosmic consequences, but karma does not miss a single detail when it protects a chosen one. The spiritual contract of abuse has been permanently shredded by the Holy Spirit. Your energy field is entirely yours again, and it is guarded by angels. Every ounce of joy they drained from your heart is being multiplied and returned to you. Receive this massive restoration right now. Let this revelation sink deep into your spirit today. You were never meant to fit at their broken table because you were born to build a kingdom. Every painful rejection was actually a divine redirection protecting your anointing. You are not an afterthought or a secondary character in this story. You are the absolute main event of this timeline. Heaven hid you in the shadows just to upgrade your armor for this exact glorious moment. The waiting room is completely empty because your name was finally called. The missing answer has anchored itself permanently into your physical vessel. You are spiritually bulletproof, and your enemies know it. Step fully into the blinding light of your ultimate vindication. They tried to bury a delicate seed, but they did not realize you were a massive redwood tree. The shift is complete, and your total victory is undeniable. Your physical body is no longer a dumping ground for their toxic waste. The pain in your chest is completely dissolving as the divine healer seals your aura. Feel the majestic power returning to your tired hands and your weary mind. You have officially crossed the threshold of the 48-hour miracle. Nothing the Matrix does can reverse the glorious upgrade you just received. You are free, you are fiercely protected, and you are eternally sovereign. Before we end this sacred moment, I want to invite you into a space of absolute stillness. The heavy lifting is completely finished. The war you fought in the dark is finally over. You do not have to fight anymore. Take one deep breath and let your shoulders drop completely. Notice how the chaotic noise in your mind has suddenly faded away into a beautiful silence. The divine healer has sealed your aura. You can finally stop running. The fierce spiritual storm that battered your life for months has completely passed. Your nervous system can finally rest after years of operating on pure survival mode. You do not have to constantly scan the room for unseen threats anymore. The toxic attachments have been entirely dissolved. The agonizing exhaustion is officially a thing of the past. You are safely wrapped in an impenetrable shield of divine light. Nothing from the old matrix can reach you in this holy sanctuary. Your physical body is absorbing the gentle warmth of true heavenly protection. Breathe in this absolute safety. Let them misunderstand you from a very safe distance. You no longer need to explain your magnificent soul to people who are committed to their own ignorance. Your energy is entirely too expensive to spend on their cheap drama. From this exact moment forward, your presence alone will command immediate respect. Your profound silence will be your absolute greatest weapon against any remaining shadows. They will watch your rapid elevation from afar. They will be completely unable to touch the sacred blessings pouring over your life. You have officially entered your era of quiet authority. You do not have to force any doors open or chase any mundane opportunities. Just stand perfectly still and watch the universe move massive mountains on your behalf. All that is left for you to do is to open your hands and receive what is rightfully yours. The beautiful blessing you have waited so long for is finally secure in your grasp. You are stepping out of the painful wilderness and walking directly into your promised land. The 48-hour window has delivered the ultimate missing answer to your spirit. You finally know that your exhaustion was just the painful birth of your new sovereign power. You are not broken, and you never were. You are a divine masterpiece that just finished the most rigorous spiritual forging process in the entire universe. The Creator is looking at your radiant spirit with immense pride today. You have passed the ultimate test. Do not let anyone rush your healing process in the coming days. Stay completely grounded in this new vibration and refuse to lower your standards for anyone. When the old energy vampires try to contact you, simply let silence be your final answer. They no longer have access to your pure life force. You are officially off limits to low frequencies. Your daily life is about to become incredibly peaceful and beautifully abundant. The enemy will desperately try to sneak back in and steal the confidence you just gained. They will try to make you doubt this sudden peace when you wake up tomorrow. But we are going to permanently lock the spiritual door right now. Let this not be just words you listen to. Make this a permanent spiritual agreement between your awakened soul and the universe. It is time to officially seal this miraculous healing so no dark force can ever reverse it. I want you to claim this unshakable peace for yourself. Drop a 777 in the comments below right now. Do not do it as a simple wish or a fragile hope. Do it as a firm declaration that your timeline has shifted forever. Let the universe see your absolute readiness to step into this massive abundance. Your written word is a powerful, energetic anchor that locks out the old matrix programming. When you type those numbers, you are signing a divine contract of total victory. Subscribe to this sanctuary and turn on the bell right now. Do this so the enemy cannot intercept your future messages from heaven. This space is your protected community of chosen ones. By joining us today, you are building an energetic wall around your new frequency. You are telling the dark entities that you are no longer accessible to their draining games. If this message brought profound peace to your exhausted soul today, consider sowing a seed of gratitude. For those who feel called to support this spiritual mission, you can find the link pinned in the comments below. It is entirely optional but deeply appreciated. Every seed you plant helps keep this lighthouse burning for the next chosen one crying in the dark. You are entirely safe now. The heavy burden has been lifted and the radiant light has returned to your tired eyes. Sleep peacefully tonight knowing that the universe is standing guard over your mind and your physical vessel. The missing answer is yours to keep forever. You will never have to doubt your own sanity or your sacred intuition again. Welcome to your beautiful new timeline.